Hey everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. It's a little crazy around here, so you might get some noise in the background. But I just wanted to take a moment to kind of just tell you today we're celebrating Vaccination Day because we got our COVID vaccines. I got mine today, and Rick will get his tomorrow. And one of the things that really appealed to me with Pampered Chef was Doris Christopher's vision for the company, and that she celebrated the small things with her family. Whether it was St. Patty's Day or good grades or, having backyard barbecues. Those were the things that she founded the company Pampered Chef with. And so today we're having one of our celebratory meals, and it's one of our favorite meals, and that's Dr. Pepper or root beer ribs. Tonight we're using root beer. We're going to do them in the quick cooker, and it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm telling you, they're really easy. But they're really, really tasty when it's all said and done. And we're just going to do them in the quick cooker, and it's really, you can't make it any easier than this, you guys. I'm telling you. So what I have in front of me is just a few of the things that we're going to use in the recipe. We're going to put them into the cast iron enameled cookware. So this is the larger 2-quart baker. You guys, I was so happy when these things came out, all of them. I have the Dutch oven and both sizes of the bakers. And they, of course, have the lifetime guarantee that you're going to love. They don't need to be seasoned ever, and they can go into the dishwasher. But dry them as soon as they're done so that you don't get any little residues. And if you do get residue, then just kind of take some baking soda and clean them up really good, and it'll be just like new again. But if you're going to throw them in the dishwasher, or even when you wash them in the sink, make sure you dry them right away to keep them fresh and new looking, okay? Like I said, guaranteed for life on that one. Our mixing bowls, they come 3 in a set. I use these things all the time. And our batter mixing bowls, again, these ones you can measure in, mix in, and they have a lid for, and we have both a large and a small. And they're one of my favorite products, and one of the very, very first Pampered Chef products that I owned. And I had the original until we moved, and little mice took up my Pampered Chef kitchen box, and they were no longer usable in my household because no matter how much I cleaned them, I was going to know that mice was in them. So we got rid of them all and we started fresh. A lot of the reason of why I started with Pampered Chef was so that I could get that discount and I could get that consultant kit and get all of my products replaced at a lower cost. So the mix-and scraper and the skinny scraper, this is my original mix-and scraper. It's kind of turning yellow, but it's at least 20 years old. So these products last a very, very long time. I had somebody told me that's the flaw in our business plan at Pampered Chef because our products are such good quality. So I don't think it's flawed. I think it's great. Sometimes people say, well, why is this so expensive? I can get something like this at Target for $39 and you guys want $50. The reason is because you're paying for the service. I'm always going to be there with you and answer any questions. And the quality of our products is there, you guys. 20 years. I probably paid $12 for this the very first time I bought it, and I've had it 20 years. Pennies on the dollar when you consider how much you're going to use it. I also have our knives out here. So I have the forged knife set, but the coated knives are very good as well. So whether, whatever works for your budget, but I do recommend having good knives in your kitchen. So I have the chef's knives here, the paring knife, and then the serrated knife, which is great for tomatoes. The other thing I have on my counter is something that I use every time I'm cooking, I promise you guys, and is that the flexible cutting mats. You guys will get these free if you place an $80 order in your party. And I use them all the time. This one has like a cutting guide on it, has all the knives listed there. You guys, these are great to get for free, and these are also great gifts because you use them all the time. We have them in 2 sizes. So if you're thinking about summer and opening up the camper and stuff, I highly recommend these. They don't take up any space and they still protect your surfaces at home. The other thing we'll be using is my silicone prep bowls. So I have 2 sizes. I have the 3-cup out and I have the 1-cup. We also have a 2-cup in here. Those are sold in a set of 3. They go in the microwave, they go in the dishwasher. They do get hot when you take them out of the microwave. So I do recommend protecting your hands when you're taking them out. But again, this is something I use all the time. And this is the other silicone product that we have is baby food storage containers. And these ones are half cup and they all have lids. So all of our silicone cups have lids and they are amazing. The other thing that I have out here, and just don't mind my mess, okay, but we have to be practical and I don't like a lot of mess, so I have a bag because I was peeling potatoes. So if you're not familiar with our peeler, you can go both ways. You can go against you or you can go towards you. And I always like going towards me. So I will come back to peeling this one later. But the thing I wanted to show you is the brand new mandolin. You guys, this is hot off the press, just came out March 1st. The best of the best. I'm telling you guys, this mandolin will last you forever. I know because I just got rid of my simple slicer, gave it to my kids because I knew I was getting this. It was coming in the mail. And so I said, I don't need to. And this one is going to be the one that I go to all the time. So I started earlier and then people started making noise and coming in and out. And so we diverted. So I always kind of get this turned around, but it goes in like this. So, and then you can use this to make French fries. You can use it to do tomatoes. You can use it to do all of your veggies. You name it, anything you want to slice, or anything like that, you can do it in here. And it goes really, really fast. And you don't need to put a lot of pressure on it. So I'm just pushing through here with the food pusher. And I'm just lightly tapping down. And it is just dialing that potato. It's going to take me no time to get through it. And like I said, you can do this for French fries too. It makes really good French fries. It has a little dial here, so you can set the thickness on it, okay? All right, now we are going to go over to the stove because we need to heat the half and half. And I don't have fresh thyme because I, quite frankly, wasn't planning ahead today. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of McCormick's thyme because that's what I have. But we're gonna get going with the cream for our scalloped potatoes on the stove. So Peyton's gonna follow me. My daughter's 9 years old and she's doing the cam. Maybe she'll turn around and give you a little selfie of herself. No, she's gonna be shy today. Well, you have to put it on selfie mode first, don't you?
No, because you can't do that.
Oh, okay. Okay, now we're gonna go. Press pause.
You're good.
Okay. So one of the things I'm gonna do before I go over to the stove top, because the microwave is directly above it, is I'm gonna press my garlic. So I'm using our garlic press. You guys, I use this thing all the time. You will never find another garlic press like this with another company. I actually had a sales guy at the Honda dealership this past weekend tell me that he lost his garlic press, needed a new one, and was really frustrated with his wife because she went out and spent $80 on a garlic press and it's crap, and he really wanted a Pampered Chef one. So when he saw my decal on the back of the car we were trading, he's like, wait, you sell a Pampered Chef? I need a garlic press. So true story, you guys, this is truly best in class garlic press, just like our can opener is. I myself, when I didn't have a Pampered Chef consultant, bought countless can openers, and it's a patented item for Pampered Chef. There's nobody else on the market that has one just like ours, just like the garlic press. It's ours. Nobody else can duplicate it because you just put it in there with the wrapper and all, and it's perfect. So I am putting more in here than I need. The recipe only calls for 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 clove of garlic, but I am a firm believer if it calls for 1, do 2. If it calls for 2, do 4, and just whatever makes you feel happy that day, because garlic is the spice of life as far as I'm concerned, and you just can't have enough. Okay, so now Peyton's gonna press pause and we're gonna go back over to the stove. I'm going to melt this because we're gonna coat our enameled baker with this before we put our potatoes in there. All right. Okay, so we're back. We've got the garlic butter in the microwave, and we're just gonna bring this half and half to a boil, and then we will pour it over our potatoes once we get them situated and after we get the butter on the pan. But since we're at the stove, because I just think this is so pretty and this thing just makes me so happy, our enameled cast iron Dutch oven. That's a tongue twister, enameled cast iron Dutch oven. I just want to call your attention to this thing because it's gorgeous. And we now have it in blue as of March 1st. So it's a limited time, I think. So like if you want this, you guys get it because you don't want to miss out on it. But when you do take it out, this handle does get hot. This does go into the oven. It's safe to 500 degrees. And the inside is just as gorgeous as the outside. And it's got this perforated top here. Now, this little guy here is dishwasher safe too, but only this piece. This piece is not because of the seal. So this one can go in the dishwasher, this one cannot. But this is a great pan for those of you who make homemade breads, those rustic breads and round loaves. I've seen so many of my friends using this for that, and I just love it. It's good for doing a braised chicken in the oven. I use it to do my hamburger if I'm doing like a lot of hamburger all at once, right on the stove, and then I can just add my pasta and everything right into here to do a one-pot meal. Highly recommend it, you guys. It's so pretty. It just makes me so happy. And this is another one that just doesn't really ever go away in our house either, and that is our griddle pan. It just kind of lives here. These two just live here because we use them a lot. And of course our griddle pan has the lifetime, both of them have the lifetime guarantee. Anything goes wrong, you just give me a call. The same with our stainless steel pot here. So, all right, well, we're just gonna take this to a boil and then we'll go back and finish up the potatoes so we can get those in the oven. And then these will cook for just as long as our ribs will in the quick cooker. So everything will get done at the same time. So we have one last step to do, and that's to grate the Parmesan cheese. After we get everything else kind of put in the oven and in the quick cooker, we'll grate the Parmesan cheese so that we can sprinkle it on after the potatoes have cooked for a while. Okay, we'll see you back in a bit.
3.
Okay, so I have our pastry brush here, and I am just going to take our garlic butter and coat our pan. And this is going to give those potatoes some seasoning. And then whatever I have left, I'll probably just pour over the potatoes, because remember, I did extra because garlic and butter make everybody happy. I'm fairly certain of that.
It smells weird.
Peyton thinks it smells weird, but I think it smells so yummy. Okay, so this is just gonna sit there, and then we'll add in our potatoes. Now this guy just comes right on out of here, and I was gonna cut these up just a little bit so they weren't so big. That's what happens when you're doing a video, everything decides to move out from under you. So this recipe is on my website under recipes. Just search scalloped potatoes. I got the C in there from the scalloped potatoes a little quickly. And again, I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'm just kind of cutting these half. So we'll keep going with this. We'll get all the potatoes in there. We'll come back and we'll pour the half and half over the top, and this will be ready to go into the oven. You guys, this is taking no time at all. I'm doing a demo. Last time Peyton checked the time, we were at 7 minutes. So this is not a difficult meal, but it is a good celebration meal. We'll be back.
3.
All right, so we brought our half and half up to a boil, and like I said, it didn't have rosemary fresh, or excuse me, thyme, but I am just going to add a little bit of the McCormick, just because I didn't have any other ones on hand that would make good sense tonight. So I'm just going to add about a half a teaspoon. I'm using our adjustable measuring spoons. As you can tell, I have the old ones still, okay? Again, lasts forever and ever. Good quality. And I have my hot pan sitting on one piece of the new 3-piece trivets. These are nesting, take up less counter space. Again, made of silicone, very heat safe. You guys are gonna love it. But the thing that these remind me to do, you guys, is to tell you about our new stoneware. You guys, it's so popular that we literally sold out of it. And our stoneware has always rocked, but now it's even better because you can preheat our stones now for 30 minutes in the oven prior to using. And you can put them in the dishwasher. Yep, that's right. You can put your stones in the dishwasher now. How you're going to know your old stones and your new stones that are dishwasher safe apart is they're going to have this pattern on them. The same pattern that's on the trivet. It's actually like a cross pattern across. So this is just waves, but the stones actually have like a little crosshair on them. But so the back of the new stones has a special pattern on them that tell you, hey, I'm dishwasher safe. You can preheat me. And you still want to season them like you always have. You still want to love them. You still want to use them. But we made them better than ever, you guys. So depending on when the last time you went to a Pampered Chef party was, we have reinvented and been so innovative at Pampered Chef that we've come out with so many new electrics, like the quick cooker, like the blender, the cooking blender, and way over there across the way in my kitchen in the corner is our air fryer. Not because it's bad. No, it's not a naughty little air fryer. So like I said, it wasn't a naughty little air fryer. It's just a really great air fryer. In fact, we put it over there because we have enough counter space there that we need and clearance for that air fryer. But that is one that our children use all the time, my husband uses all the time, everybody uses it all the time, just like my quick cooker. I don't hide these away because we use them all the time. The same with the new grill press. You guys, it's a new product, but it's phenomenal. You can do paninis on there, you can do pizzas on there, you can do burgers, you can do steaks. There's so many products. And the other thing that we didn't talk about yet is all of our pantry products. Our new seasoning, everything but the pizza. This is great for like panini sandwiches. If you're making an Italian sandwich, throw it in between them. Right before you get to the layer of cheese, really it doesn't matter how you order your sandwiches, in case you didn't know. If you want to get all that flavor out in a certain perspective, you know, layering matters. So put this in there right before the cheese so that it'll melt it into the sandwich, the seasoning. You guys, our seasonings are phenomenal. I'm telling you, I didn't used to be able to make soup. Now I can make soup because Pampered Chef has great seasonings. And they're gluten-free, allergy-friendly. And we have lots of rubs as well. So I'm going to cover up our potatoes, put them in the oven, and then we'll come back and we will do the ribs next. We'll be back. So we're just wrapping up, removing this fat membrane here from the back side of the ribs. And I have a big bone here. So I'm trying to just get them so that they'll all fit in the quick cooker over here. And that there's still enough portions for everybody to eat, because we kind of fight over ribs here. And again, so because I don't like touching meat, I have my gloves on. But I also put down an additional cutting mat just to keep the surface as clean as I could. So now I'm going to take those gloves off, and then I'll do the seasoning, and it will show you how we get this quick cooker to work. So one of the most important things is to put the seal in. So the seal goes in really easy. It just goes around that inside there, and then that's it. And then I'll have Peyton come around to the other side here, and we'll plug it in, and we'll get some little music, make some noises. A lot of people ask me what's the difference between the Instapot and the quick cooker. One of the biggest differences is the thickness of our pot, and the fact that because it's so thick, this outside doesn't get as hot as the Instapots does. So again, you're talking about quality, talking about thickness. It heats better, it cooks better because of that. The other thing that's really different about the Instapot versus our quick cooker is the number of pre-programmed settings. So you can see is that I turn the dial, we get a little blue light. We're doing beef or pork, so that's where I want to land. And then I can adjust the time and the pressure here. So pre-programmed, we have steaming. So I use the steam setting if I'm going to do tamales. If I need to steam tamales, I put in here what I want steamed, about 2 dozen at a time. I can get a little over that, honestly. And then I steam them for 20 minutes, and that's it, with water, and just a little bit of water at that. I can slow cook. It has a glass lid, so you can do that. I can proof bread in here. I can do chicken and poultry, beef and pork, fish and seafood, soup and stock. And like I said, these are just the pre-programmed ones. You can still pressure cook using just the pressure button and not pre-selecting. White rice, brown rice, whole grains, beans. So if you want to make refried beans, do your pinto beans in here. It takes about 30 minutes. I can do cheesecakes in here. I can do breads in here. I can do not cookies, but cakes in here. Those are all things that you can do in here and that we have accessories for with Pampered Chef. So now my recipe calls for 2 to 4 tablespoons of the smoky barbecue rub. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in here. It calls for 6 ounces of root beer. This is going to be my liquid. I'm not going to add any additional water or anything. And it is literally this simple, you guys. Okay. And let me see, am I missing anything? I'm going to add just a little bit more of this. You guys, it says to season the ribs itself. I kind of don't do that. I kind of just pour it in there, and I've always had good luck. And then I usually do it, oh, excuse me. So I have it on pork or beef. I'm going to press the time because I'm going to adjust the time. I usually do about 45 minutes for these. So I'm going to do about 50 because I'm not going to do a natural release. I'm going to do a quick release when it comes time to let the steam out. And so then now I just put my top on. You make sure your little steam clouds are matching up. So this little cloud that's on here faces this little cloud here, and that this button is down. And then I press start. That's it. It will come to pressure. It'll take a little longer than 45 minutes because it has to come to pressure, and it'll start counting down once it comes to pressure, but we'll take a look at that when it starts counting down. We'll be back.
Okay.
Hey everybody, we're back. I'm just gonna grate up, the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm gonna add in some white cheddar to this recipe and then some Parmesan. So I'm using the food holder and I marked our micro plane grater here. And then we will add this when our oven timer goes off, and then we'll cook the potatoes for another 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to have Peyton come around because our quick cooker has come to pressure, and I want you to know what that looks like. And now it's counting down. So it's counting down here by minutes. So there's 46 minutes left. And then up here, we know it's come to pressure because we have a little red button lit up. And Peyton can show you. So that when that pops up, you're at pressure. And you'll know by that little red button being up and the timer counting down. Then when we release the pressure, that red button will drop down. So we'll be back after a while, probably when everything is all done and we're taking it out of the oven and out of the quick cooker and adding the barbecue sauce. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, we're back. We're back at the oven. We just popped out those potatoes. And I'm going to add the cheese. And again, I just grabbed a new flexible cutting mat. And I'm going to just kind of push this cheese on down in there. And, you know, it might have been a lot of cheese, but I kind of like cheesy potatoes. So we're going to go with it. The other thing you'll notice is that because these potatoes have a tendency to spill over in this pan sometimes, I have one of our cookie sheets underneath my enameled baker, and that's just to prevent boil over into my oven and having to clean my oven, because we might have established I'm a little lazy sometimes. So then these are all good, and I'm going to put these back into the oven. I'm going to wait a little bit just to let my ribs catch up, because my potatoes are a little bit ahead, but they're still pretty firm, so maybe I will pop them back in sooner than later. But while we're here, I will call your attention to our oven mitts, which are sold by the pair, and our mini mitts. And these are perfect for our air fryer for grabbing the racks. They're perfect for putting things in and out of the microwave. I love them both. They're very well insulated. They're both silicone, and both are in the catalog. And since we're also right by where Jake left some of the dishes earlier, I will show you just kind of how much we use Pampered Chef in our house. So the Close and Cut is one of my favorite products. This is so perfect for grapes, tomatoes, especially for little people. If you're cutting up those foods, you just put them in here and then you take your knife and you slice them right in half. What I love it for is chicken breasts, you guys. Those chicken breasts, when you buy them at the grocery, they're so thick, and even at the meat market, when they come home, they're so thick. So I put them in here and I cut them in half. Not only do I get more portions, but they cook faster. That's what takes those chicken breasts so long to cook, is they're just way too thick. So slice them in here. Use the blue coated knife. It goes right through them. You don't have to, you'll be amazed like how quick and easy this is. We have the racks to our new griddle. These also can go in the dishwasher, friends. So they come with the tool, and you just clean them up a little bit, and then they can go in the dishwasher, right on the racks in the dishwasher. I tend to wash as I go when I'm cooking, so that's why those are there. We have the racks for our air fryer. Again, we talked about our air fryer earlier. And then the girls made donuts, and so this is our donut pan. But don't forget, you guys, in the new product video that I posted, we have a new donut hole pan too, so you can make donut holes. And in the pantry, we have a donut hole mix, or a donut mix. So you don't have to make donuts from scratch. You can start with a pre-starter with our pantry product with the mix. And then one of the things that we use a lot in this house are our blender cups. So these go right onto our cooking blender. And we might as well just go around the corner and look at it. So our blender is like top of the line. This thing actually goes from 110 volts, converts to 220 on your 110 volt. So it does need a designated outlet, but you can add ingredients right at the top, and then put it back on. If you've ever had a blender blowout because the lid wasn't on and you started the blender, that won't happen with this blender because it has a safety feature that can detect if the lid's there or not. So that's a really great feature. But it's not just a blender, you guys. It's not just a powerful blender. It's like a cooking blender, so it actually cooks. You can make soups in here, jams and jellies, sauces, makes amazing queso. We have a recipe online on my website for queso that's just phenomenal. And like I was saying, when I came over around the corner here, our blender cups. So we have an attachment, and it's a kit, so that this will convert to just put the blender cup in there. They line up. You take this one off, put the other one on, and you can make all your smoothies and everything to go. It comes with a straw. You put on your lid, you're ready to go. Also dishwasher safe. The straw, the lid, the cup, and the blade you use with both pieces. So it is an amazing, amazing blender. So I think that's really what we have. I'm gonna kind of squeeze those potatoes back in the oven. We do have a great line of cooking sheets, so check that out, and pans. And our cookware is phenomenal and has a lifetime guaranteed. Most of our products have at least a 1-year guarantee, so if anything happens, just give me a shout out and I will help you get it replaced. I know I've had some snafus sometimes. It happens, like something gets messed up in shipping and you get the wrong product or something like that. But that's why I'm here, is to help you get that stuff sorted out so you don't have to monkey with it, because we know nobody has time to sit on the phone with customer service. So that's my job, not yours. All right, we'll be back in a bit. Hopefully we'll have supper on the table. Yay! So we're back. If you'll notice on our quick cooker here, it says warming here, and it's counting back up. So that's how many minutes it's been done. Our red button's still up. So now I'm going to just press this button. It's going to release the pressure and fill my house with amazing smells. It'll take, a little bit for that steam to come out, but now that's done, so we just have to add the barbecue sauce once all the steam comes out. So we'll come back when we're ready to add the barbecue sauce.
Alright, stop it.
Alright, so we're back, and the ribs are done, and I took off the lid. So now we have excess liquid in there, so I'm just going to use a very old Pampered Chef baster. Because like I said, the products last forever. You're paying for quality. And I'm going to take out some of the excess liquid. And then we'll throw about 1.5 cups of barbecue sauce on top. I'm just going to use some gluten-free sauce that I bought at town. But you can use any old sauce that you want. So we do want to leave just a little bit of sauce in there. Oopsie, had an air bubble. And Pampered Chef no longer has a spacer available, but I did want to just show you guys because I use a spacer all the time. And I don't know, I don't even know the last time Pampered Chef had a baster available. So again, just kind of speaking to quality again. Because to me, that's what the products are all about. It's not expensive if you use it, friends. Men have their tools all over the place, and we know they aren't cheap. So it's time for you to indulge, and not even indulge, but just get more efficient. And that's what Pampered Chef products let you do, is they let you get more done more quickly, so you can spend more time celebrating and gathering around the table. So I'm done taking off the liquid that I want to take off there. I'm going to throw some sauce in here. And I'll brush it on with our basting brush. And then I have our new tongs. So these actually, we've had tongs all along, but what we did is they just got restyled. And we have these grippers on there now for pasta. Perfect for that. And that's what's exciting about Pampered Chef, is that it's true you might have a lot of it, but I don't even think I own all of it. There's always something here and there that I find that, oh, I could use that, and I don't have it yet. So these are pretty much done, and our potatoes just chimed a little bit ago. But while I have this here, over here, I'm gonna have Peyton come around. I've shown you a lot of the flexible mats. We've used them all night tonight. But we do have some good cutting boards too. We have some wood ones. We have this one that has the well in it for, you know, your drip off. They're so pretty that you can even use them for a charcuterie tray or putting out fruits and vegetables. I love our cutting boards. And we do have a wood one as well, like I said. So, well, I think we're ready to get dinner on the table here. You guys have a great day or night, depending on what time you're tuning in. And we'll see you next time. Till then, gather around the table.
Bye. I'm on Facebook.